Welcome back to Scotty's Hobbies. Today, I'm going to show you real fast on this Suburban. So this would be for like the early 2000s up to about 2009-ish Suburbans, Tahoes, Silverados, GM vehicles, pretty much Cadillac Escalades. What was going on with this vehicle was when the customer was turning the knob to change the zone of the blowing of the HVAC system, so like from the head to the feet or defrost, it wasn't moving anywhere. The whole time it was stuck in defrost mode. What it ended up being was the actuator, the blend door actuator for that control was bad. Now let me show you real fast what I'm talking about. Oh yeah, before I go too far, make sure you hit that like button, subscribe, share, check out the video library for a ton of automotive helpful videos. But let's see what the complaint was. You can see this one, this knob right here wasn't working. So it was always stuck in defrost. So only the upper vent for the defrost was blowing. She couldn't get anything else out of this. So what I ended up doing was becoming a contortionist. And let me show you how I got up under there. I moved the seat all the way back. This is kind of funny. I have stiff neck and stiff shoulders, so this is how I had to do it. Got up under here like this, make sure the bottom of your shoes are clean. And you're gonna be working just like this if you have a stiff neck. And let me show you exactly where it's at and what I used to get it off. So you're gonna come under here. You're gonna find a snorkel, get the light to work, right here, or a vent, pops right out. Right above this vent, you're gonna find the blend door actuator, and it's right there. You only have two screws holding it in, the top and the bottom. And let me show you how I got this one out. Let me break in real fast. Give you a little bit more details about the blend door actuator that we removed. Now, the blend door actuator that you were going to remove in this video is a 5-pin connector. So when you're going down to buy one, they're going to ask you how many pins there are. This is the 5-pin connector actuator. So that's one thing you're going to be looking at. Now, you could also buy these actuators with the clock that is actually turning the flapper inside the zone selector, or I think it's called zone selector. You don't need to replace that unless you're hearing a clunking sound and that whole clock isn't turning, like this one right here. That one you can get, but you really only need to replace the actuator if you could get them separated easily. That makes it a lot easier for you to get this job done too. One more thing, if you guys are looking for a dash cam, this F17 Elite from Red Tiger is pretty dope. It's got a forward camera, in-cabin camera, and a reverse camera. So the front camera 4K, in-cabin 1080p, and rear facing camera is a 2.7K camera. Really affordable. Look for a link in the description to get one, and I'll be posting a video on installing this and a review on it. So make sure you stay tuned. Let's get back into this video. Well, first off, let me tell you one thing. Before I installed the new one, I just disconnected the electrical connection right here, plugged it into this one, moved the knob, and I was getting movement out of this little actuator right here. So I knew that this was the problem, because when I turned the knob, this would actually move. So to get to this top screw up here, I had to use a 5.5 or a 7/32 socket on a swivel and this long 9-inch extension, and that got me right up there perfectly. It was real easy to get to. Now the bottom one, you have that vent right underneath it, so you need a straight. And in that case, I used this here little gizmo I set up. It's a 7/32 driver bit. If you had a 7/32 or a 5.5 and a 4-inch extension, would do just well. But the bottom one, you need the bottom screw, you're gonna need a straight. It makes it a lot easier to line it all up and get it started. When you get this on there, before you put it on, you're gonna wanna get this right here clocked on the shaft and then turn this into position. You never want to turn the actuator itself. So get the shaft lined up inside there. You can see it's notched. Turn it to where the screw holes line up and then tighten it down. Now, after I did all that, the button or the knob was still kind of stuck. I would put it over here onto the head direction, and it would come over to the head, and then automatically this wouldn't turn, but it would go back to defrost. I'm like, what in the hell is going on? And also, the number 5 wasn't working on the blower. In that case, come over here to the fuse box, get that off. You're gonna find in the fuse box the, where is it? Probably hard to see, HVAC ECAS, which is this fuse right here in this fuse box. With the vehicle off, unplug this fuse for a minute or so, and then plug it back in. And what that is gonna do is reset or recalibrate the actuators so they work. Now, hopefully that helps you out on your Chevy truck, GMC, SUV, truck, whatever. If it does, comment below, like, subscribe, share, and I'll see you guys on the next hopefully helpful video. Thanks for checking out Scotty's Hobbies.